Hey, Mindy Paul here. I hope you're doing well. So I want to talk to you about one of my client wins. Rakesh, he's been working with me for, I'd say, around about 2 months now. And when he first come to me, he said, I want to get out my job. I want to focus on my business. He's just bought a accountancy practice. Now, within the first 24 hours of him enrolling with me, he ends up landing his biggest client during COVID. And he billed his biggest amount ever. Now, fast forward, he comes to me and says, Mindy, I really want to get out of my job now. It's time to be a proper businessman. So he ends up taking on a second practice, accountancy practice. So last week we discussed that he would hand in his notice at work, resign from his position. And he did just that. And obviously there's going to be an element of fear. But here's the thing, Rakesh upped his standards. He knew he was capable of doing so much more. He actually set his standards so high that he wasn't going to tolerate being in that level where he was. Because he done that, the craziest thing happens. So as he goes to resign, a deal appeared on the table where he's going to actually buy the practice that he was working for. Okay, so get it. So you've got 2 practices. Guy's got 2 practices. He was in a job, 2 practices, and then he ends up with a third one. Just as he exited his job, he got out of his job, and he's doing a deal, which he calls it a deal of the century, which is phenomenal. So this is the thing. This is what happens when you up your standards, when you refuse to stay at your current standards, that you want more from life, that you're not prepared to stay where you are. Things happen. When you make that decision, things happen. So this is how Rakesh has gone from strength to strength. He's really, he's had a huge quantum leap. And he did say to me, Mindy, I want to be your most successful client when you first enrolled me. So now he's on his way to maybe doing that. And I've got some very successful clients. So this is the thing, you've got to raise your standards in life. You've got to raise your standards in business. So if you're not happy with where you are right now, you've got a choice. You can either stay there, do diddly squat, or you can raise your standards and not look back and say to yourself, I'm going to make this happen no matter what I need to do. And obviously there's going to be discomfort. You're going to be uncomfortable with this new life, because when you're in your comfort zone, you're only going to keep on doing the things that you're comfortable with. And success, happiness is just outside of that comfort zone. This is why so many people are so unhappy, because they're doing something they don't like to do. They do it over and over again. It makes them unhappy, and they attract more of this to them. So ask yourselves, are you happy with the standards you're setting? Or is there room for improvement? I would love for you to reach out to me if there's anything I can do for you, if there's something more that you want from life. But you've got to raise your standards. If you want more from life, and you know you're capable of doing so much more. Now, we all know people that are phenomenal. They've got so much ability, talent, we can see in them. But yet, it's that fear that holds them back. It keeps them locked up, where they're so crippled that they can't do anything about it. Because, look, we've been taught that job security, you've got to be in a long-term job. Stay there 30, 40 years, retire. I mean, who wants to do that? Come on. So why would you want to be unhappy for 30, 40 years in one role when you can actually live your dreams all out? Many people look at others and say, well, they're capable of doing their, hitting their goals, achieving their dreams, but not me. Here's the question, why not you? Why not you? Ask yourself, why not me? Why not me? Why can I not fulfill my dreams? You just got to up your standards. It's all about standards and what you tolerate. Because what you tolerate, you'll get more of. If you don't tolerate the results you're getting and you want more, you've got to up your standards and make a decision that I'm going to do whatever it takes to take my business and my life to the next level. Or otherwise, what happens is, fast forward 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, time comes from retirement, you look back and you ask yourself, what the heck did I do with my life? I've traded my life for what? Because here's the thing, you're trading your life for your goals. So you want to make sure that you've got some big ass goals, all right? Because you don't want to be trading your life for small goals, for unhappiness. You only get one chance at this life, so max out your life. Anyway, so that's the thing, you've got to raise your standards. So I hope you found some inspiration in that video. And if there's something that you want to do, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. It's going to start with a decision. It's going to start with raising your standards, and I promise you, you get the right guidance, you can do it. Okay, so anyway, have an awesome day wherever you are, and think about what I just said. Raise your standards. Are you ready to step up? You are. You can do it. Have an awesome day.